New intro. So much love and appreciation to those of you who have been with me for the 2 year period plus that I've been doing this. Thank you for showing your love and support to the channel. And to anybody else who is brand new to the platform and you would like to support the channel, also you can do it by way of Patreon, Anchor, the clothing store, and also the shoe shop that is listed in the comment description below. And again, thank you to any and all of you guys who have been here to support this channel during the 2+ year period. I wouldn't be able to do what I do every single day without you. Southern Baptist pastor in North Carolina has resigned and left his church reeling in shock after he was charged with statutory offenses. In a statement posted on Facebook Friday, First Baptist Church of Stanleyville announced that their senior pastor, T. Elliott Welch, resigned, and they have been cooperating with law enforcement since they announced a charge of statutory offenses against the pastor. Quote, "We are shocked and saddened by the criminal charges brought against T. Elliott Welch, the senior pastor of First Baptist Church in Stanleyville. We in no way condone the behavior for which Pastor Welch has been accused. We are and will continue to cooperate with law enforcement officials as the investigation in these charges continue." Quote, "Pastor Welch has resigned from his position as senior pastor. As a church, we remain committed to our spiritual needs of our members during this difficult time. We will refrain from further comment on the allegations as to allow law enforcement officials to continue to do their important work." The Forsyth County Sheriff's Office announced on Tuesday evening that they arrested Welch, age 34, after receiving a tip from the National Center of MEC. Quote, "We received a tip and that an individual was uploading content. After completing a search warrant at the residence of Tobaccoville, we arrested T. Elliott Welch, a 34-year-old male, on one count of statutory offenses. The exploitation that occurs is when someone knowingly records, photographs, films, develops, or duplicates material that contains certain visuals or information of a certain individual, and they decide that they want to distribute, transport, exhibit, receive, sell, purchase, and exchange or solicit said material or visuals of the representation to engage in certain activities. Welch allegedly copied material showing statutory offenses taking place. He was detained at the Forsyth County Law Enforcement Detention Center with a secured bond of $50,000. Officials at the center confirmed with the Christian Post on Thursday morning that the pastor was released on bond Wednesday and he is scheduled to appear in court on May 13th. Here we go again. I'm not even sure how many stories this is at this moment in time that, I basically just keep putting out. Like I said, it's something up with the church. There's something not right. All of these people that, claim that they're quote unquote God fearing and, a multitude of other things, it's time to sit up there and start straightening up that ship. Instead of judging others, y'all need to be sitting up there trying to fix the things that's going on at that home, which is quote unquote that church that you hold so dear and that you love oh so much, that you go to pray and worship and you tithe and all these other things, because realistically you don't know the individual, right, that you are listening to as you are deciding to worship, as they are preaching and quote unquote supposed to be a part of the flock and a person of God and and different things like that. All, like I said before, for those who might decide to get offended, like I said, that's on you. This has been something that has been ongoing since before I even existed, right? You got stories going back from like the 70s, and then you got stories going back even further than that, and then you got stories even going back further than that. Like I said, this is something that is ongoing. And the main thing that I try to tell people whenever I bring up these stories and it deals with like church folk and whatnot is like, I thought it was a whole thing of like, tell the truth, shame the devil, right? This is the truth at the end of the day, right? This is a part, in a sense, of your religion, because these are the people who are yet again a part of said religion. And dealing with said religion, you have individuals that hide, under certain, under the word of the Bible, right, and different things like that, in order to try to give some type of justification or some type of shielding as to, oh, don't, be the one to throw a stone at a glass house and all these other types of things and whatnot. Like, y'all know what I'm saying. Like I said before, it's that whole thing of like, thou shalt not judge, right? Do unto others as you would like to be done unto you, right? Following the commandments, following, all of those positive words. But every single time I do these stories, I'm not seeing any of these individuals who are supposed to be of and for the church. They're not following any of this stuff. And like I said before, if everything was supposed to work how it was supposed to work, people who go to a lot of these churches where these people are, they would just step back. They would start stepping back from the church. I'm just being 100%, because it makes no sense. Like, I am not going to sit up here and really think that these churches out here just don't know. Like, they just don't know. Like, somebody just didn't see something. Like, something just didn't seem right. Like, somebody noticed something at a certain point in time, but just decided to blow it off, or just was like, I'm going to mind my business. It's not for me to judge. It ain't my situation, right? Like I said, this is how these situations keep coming up, because everybody want to always think or always want to be, I'm an individual. All right, well, I guess your problem's going to be individual too then, which means that you shouldn't be crying and trying to talk to nobody else or trying to scream to social media whenever stuff starts taking place, because you said you were an individual. So since you got those individual problems that seem like they're connected to everybody else's stuff, you need to go deal with those. And let those who are pretty much in a group deal with the problems that group people have. Like I said before, people got to stop playing these games. It's either you're an individual or you're a part of a group. It's either you're Clark Kent or you're Superman. You ain't about to sit up here and try to be both. Like I said, I don't got time for like nonsense and games. And, like I said, it's tiring to sit up there and have to do stories like this, because parents are failing. Like I said, you got individuals like this. Some of these individuals that might even be teachers. But yet, you got people willing to bypass the teachers in the educational system to sit up there and go after like one individual who is not even a part of the school system and want to condemn them, which is crazy. But yeah, you got all of these teachers and principals and all these other individuals in the higher power running amok and doing whatever it is that they want to sit up there and do. But we want to focus on one individual that's not doing anything like this. I'm like, all right. Like I said, I don't know what to tell people anymore. I don't. I really don't. Because individuals like this is the reason that a lot of people's pride and joy have issues, emotional issues. This is why. This is why they're broken and why they're fractured. This is why, they have to have coping mechanisms as they get older, or they decide to cope in a variety of different ways as children, because they don't exactly understand why it is that they feel the way that they do. And it's because of people like this. Like I said, parents, just take out the time to just sit up there and be a parent and talk to your kids. Stop sitting up here getting angry and frustrated at your kids for being kids. Like, it makes no sense. Like, who's the adult? Who's the adult? Like, somebody has to be the adult in the situation. You got your own problems that you got to deal with. Go talk to some grown folks about your problems. Go shout and holler at other grown folks about your problem. Don't come home shouting to your kids, who are more than likely dealing with something that's a lot bigger than anything that you're dealing with at work or in the outside world. Like I said, because when you're not there, somebody else is. And that somebody else is probably taking advantage of the time of you not being there and having the oversight of your children. So like I said, just pay attention, man. That's it. But anyways, let me know what y'all think about this video and everything that's stated in the comment description below. And as always, peace, love, and stay tuned for the next video.